Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series.
The Yankees again are world champions.
The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball.
Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Welcome back, Yankee fans. This is episode 91 of the Chase for 28 podcast. This is our 2025 Yankees preview episode. My name is Chris, and I am joined by the Podcast Padre. What's up, Pop?
1 week to go. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay.
Before we get into the episode, I got a trivia question for you.
Oh, okay.
And obviously for you, the listener, as well. Here we go. Heard this the other day. The Yes Network premiered 23 years ago. Who did the Yankees host on a spring training night in Tampa on the first Yes broadcast?
I haven't got the faintest idea.
Well, they promoted it on social media. It was
it the Mets?
It was not the Mets. It was a spring training game 23 years ago. A young, high-pitched Michael Kay.
I don't know.
The answer will come at you next week for opening day.
Okay.
And then you can bring some opening day trivia.
We all wait with bated breath.
Yes. Send your guesses. DM us, email us. We'll give you all that information at the end. All right. So currently, we're a week away from opening day. This episode is coming to you on Saturday, March 22nd. For us, it's Friday, March 21st. And the Yankees, not that this means anything, the Yankees are currently 13-12 in spring training. Who cares?
M500 team, I tell you.
But might that be a sign of things to come? We shall see over the next 6 months. All right. I thought we'd start with a quick recap of 2024. Obviously, some high points. Obviously, some low points. Last year, the Yankees were 94-68. They were your American League East champions. They were your American League champions. They defeated the Royals. They defeated the Guardians. And ultimately, they lost to the Dodgers in the World Series. Juan Soto was a flash in the pan for one season. Now he's dead. And here we are, ready to go for that 28th World Championship. No longer can we just settle for winning American League pennants. But here we are.
See now, but let me ask you.
Go ahead.
They had 94 wins.
Yes.
Right? Do you think of them as being a powerhouse team that, okay, 94 wins and they won the division? When you look back, do you consider that team to be a powerhouse team?
No.
And that's what gets me about it. They won 94 games. If it wasn't for Clay Holmes, it was a 100-win team.
Yes.
But I don't remember them as being like a 100-win team, like in the past when they won 100 games. Like, oh, wow, they just ran through everybody. They won 100 games. Last year's team just didn't seem that strong, Soto or no Soto.
But it was a strong team. They lost like 11 games because they blew it in the 8th inning or later.
Yeah, I just don't.
Record-wise, they should have been the best team in baseball.
Yeah, record-wise, they should have had over 100 wins. But again, it didn't strike me as a 100-win team that like ran through everybody. It's just the feeling I have of them. I'm not remembering them that way.
Okay. I mean, I remember our conversations, and again, at different points, I complained that they should have been much better, and I think it might have been September or August where we made that point that they had those 11 games that they should have had. But that's in the past. we move forward. It's now 2025. We have, again, less than a week until opening day when the Yankees host the Milwaukee Brewers, starting on Thursday, March 27th. Got that off day Friday and then Saturday, Sunday. And, here we go. So let's build the 2025 New York Yankees. Offseason acquisitions. And certainly I'd love to get your take on your enthusiasm on these players. Left-handed pitcher, free agent, Max Fried.
Thank God we got him.
Thank God. He has looked good in the spring. He got the special Joe Torre treatment earlier this week where Torre was on the field for some reason and took him out of a game.
They said he did that last year with Rodon.
Yes. So
did you see the quote from the Red Sox?
I did not.
Red Sox after that game, the quote was, "The Yankees got a good one."
Yeah. And he did it against Boston there. So
yeah.
He's a good pitcher.
That's why they said Yankees got a good one.
He's a good pitcher.
Yeah.
All right. Yankees said goodbye to Anthony Rizzo, and they put the number 48 jersey on Paul Goldschmidt to play first base.
That will be, it's got to be an improvement. First base was a disaster last year. What did they say? We didn't have a home run hit by a first baseman after July. So almost anything would be an improvement, and I think he will be a good improvement. They said that he really is a guy that doesn't pull the ball. He goes the opposite way with it. So if that holds true, he's a right-handed hitter who's built for Yankee Stadium. So
I'm excited to see what happens, and I do agree that it should be an upgrade. Even if he's mediocre, that's an upgrade.
Yeah, mediocre is an upgrade, yes.
All right. The Yankees bring in outfielder Cody Bellinger.
I think he's very happy to be a Yankee. He was around the stadium when Daddy was a Yankee. He's having a good spring, not just home runs, average and whatnot. I mean, in the outfield, he's replacing Soto. Is he going to do what Soto did?
He's got to be an upgrade defensively.
Defensively, he's an upgrade because he's probably considered to be a better center fielder than Judge, and Judge is a better right fielder than Soto. So defensively, we're good there. And I still think you could expect to get, let's see, Yankee Stadium, the way he hits, he could be good for 25 to 30 home runs. Maybe more, maybe we get surprised. But to me, if he bats 275, 280, nowadays, I'll take it. I got no problem with that. You're thinking.
No, I was deciding whether or not I was moving on, but I'm going to move on.
Okay, move on.
Yankees greatly upgrade the bullpen with a trade with the Milwaukee Brewers, sending Nestor Cortez and some prospects to Milwaukee for closer Devin Williams, right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, got to be better than what Holmes did.
He's definitely going to be better than Holmes. Again, with that being a trade, most Yankee fans early in the offseason would have expected that Luke Weaver would come in and have been the closer this year as he came on the scene last year. Did you see what they have been saying about Luke Weaver, though?
No. Educate me.
I read an article this week that talked about how his velocity is not what it was last year. Last year, he was topping out. He was throwing fastballs up, 96.5 to 97 miles an hour, and found a little giddy up on his fastball that he didn't have prior to last year. All through spring training, fastballs have been clocked in at 92, 93. So I don't know if maybe it's like spring training, warming up, but at some point you'd think, all right, let's open it up. Let's put our foot on the gas a little bit, even in spring training.
What kind of numbers has he had in spring training?
Well, now you're asking a lot. I wasn't prepared for that, but here we go.
Yeah, because it's been looking like in their games. I mean, I haven't been looking at box scores, but it's like when you see like highlights on the news and whatnot, that, the offense is clicking and they're saying like the starting pitches are throwing like, a good four innings or into the fifth inning, that they're doing good. But then like you look at the score at the end of the game and they either win by one, lose by one, or it's tied. So you're like, which guys do they still have hanging around in the bullpen that are giving up runs?
They don't make it easy to find spring training stats.
Well, as you said, nobody cares because they're just going to keep the best ones. Right. Well, you keep doing your runaround because I do have a question about the pitching because I know the one thing they haven't made a decision yet about.
Go ahead.
Like that number 5 starter. Are they going to keep Warren? Because I think, what is it, tomorrow is the deadline for Carrasco. If they don't put him on the 40-man roster, he can opt out and go elsewhere.
I'll be honest. I would like to see Will Warren be the 5th starter.
Yeah, so would I. He looks like he's figured it out. And I'd almost take the attitude. Can lightning strike twice for us? Last year, because of an injury to Cole, Hill got his chance, and he was fantastic. I mean, Rookie of the Year. He had votes for Cy Young. So try it again with Warren. He had his little baptism last year. He had some, and actually, I read into it. He only had 2 bad outings that made his ERA be blown. What was it, 10 point something? It was only because of 2 bad outings. The other outings, he was fine. So I'd like to think, based on what he's been doing in spring training, he figured it out. I'd rather see him than the 38-year-old guy.
I'm with you. If Will Warren is the future's got to start sometime.
Yeah, because think about it. You're now looking at a future where, let's say he comes in, he does good. Now, he doesn't have to win Rookie of the Year. He's consistent, and he gives them good. He gives them 5-6 innings. He keeps them in the game. You're looking at a future of Schmidt, Warren, and Hill down the road that they're in their 20s. Then you got Cole, Rodon, and Fried that they're over 30. So you got that nice young core coming up behind them.
And that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, granted, with the contracts they gave out, Cole's going to be around till he's 39.
Yeah.
Fried, they gave him, an 8-year contract. He's going to be around till he's 39. Rodon, what they sign him to?
I think that was like a 3-year deal.
No, it was more than 3. Because
6?
This is his third. 6 sounds right. Because this is his 3rd year. So I think he gets shipped. I think that would only make him
signed. I got it right here. He signed a 6-year, $162 million contract.
And he's 33 now?
He is 32. He is signed through 2028 at age 35. So he's a free agent after the 2028 season.
All right, we let him go.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we'll have 2 old guys then, and
you figure at that point it'll be time to go out and sign Paul Skeens.
True. Yeah, there you go.
All right. Also, in terms of new players, but players who are going to be there every day, the Martian is landing. Jason Dominguez and the adventure that he is in left field. I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Go out and play. He's going to catch more fly balls than he drops.
I agree. I just put him out there. Hey, you were willing to suffer with Volpe batting .209 in his freshman year. I think the Martian is going to do better than .209.
I think so too.
And I'll put it to you this way. If he could play left field as good as Soto played right field, I'll accept it.
I'm not going to argue. I want him out there. He's got 24 on his back now, so he changes the number from 89 to 24. Switch hitter. Let's go.
Yeah, just go. I think the only question mark is still that third base position. Can Cabrera hold on to it? Is he good enough to be, forget that, is he good enough to be an everyday player?
Well, I think we're going to find out, obviously. I can't say that he's going to be an all-star third baseman, but is he going to be better than, Nine-Tola Mayhew out at third base? I think so.
And as of right now, Peraza will be the backup utility guy?
Yeah, so, he's going to play third, he's going to play short, he's going to play second. You mentioned last week, Oswaldo Cabrera, he can also play first base. So the Yankees have something they haven't had a lot of in recent seasons, and they've got a lot of flexibility. Bellinger can play first base, right? So you got these guys who can play 2, 3, and 4 positions, and and off you go. Ben Rice, he can catch, he can play first base, he's going to DH.
So we keep him Ben Rice, who looks like he's figured it out. What do you put on? What do they say? 10 pounds of muscle?
10 pounds of muscle.
So what's his face? Smith?
Dominic Smith.
Adios.
In the words of the great Al Dukes, see ya.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, Smith showed he's still got something in it, so somebody else will sign him.
That's fine.
I'd rather have Rice. Rice looks like he's figured it out. What has he got, like 4 home runs?
Yeah, Rice, baby.
Putting the ball in play. He gives you that left-handed first baseman. So you got a whole bunch of people that can play first base.
There you go.
Now, do you keep Rice as the backup catcher, or do you keep, who's the other guy?
J.C. Escara looks like he's going to be the by name backup catcher.
He's going, and he's a right-handed batter?
He is a left-handed hitter, right-handed thrower. So both he and Wells are left-handed.
Don't care. Yep.
Don't care. In years past, I actually saw a headline that was saying, it wasn't a negative thing, but it was like, the Yankees are very left-handed. Good. That's how they built the stadium.
Yeah. Got no problem with it. Well, we went through that lefty and righty last week. Goldschmidt's righty, Volpe's righty, Judge's righty. There's 3.
Cabrera's a switch hitter.
No, don't even count the switch hitters because they go either way. So you got 3 righties. Your total lefty batters would be Wells, Chisholm, Bellinger.
And Rice.
Is he starting? I'm only going by the starters. When you put a lineup out there.
If the plan is he's the DH, then yeah, he's a starter.
If the plan is but again, it's not good old Stanton where he's got to be the DH. I mean, you put him in there, but he doesn't have to be the DH. I could have a righty be the DH.
Yes.
So, because then you got Cabrera, the Martian. They're both switch hitters.
It looks like Trent Grisham is also going to make this team out of spring training, and he's also a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, he's got to, because, like, who else is the 4th outfielder?
Well, your outfielders right now are Bellinger, Dominguez, Grisham, and Judge.
I'm just saying, but if it wasn't Grisham, who else would be the 4th outfielder? You don't hear about anybody else.
Right. I mean, they're not ready to make a move on Spencer Jones being at the major league level, but you're not going to sit him on the bench as the 4th outfielder. You want him to play every day.
Yeah, no. He better go down. Where is he? He's going to be playing in Scranton.
Hopefully.
I hope he finds it this year. I hope we see him before the summer's out.
And
I don't know where he's playing, but I hope we see him.
Now, granted, we're fans of the New York Yankees. There's going to be more injuries. I saw this great meme. I forget if I saw it on Twitter or Instagram. It was the caption was Yankee medical staff, and it looked like a guy like working security, patting people down going into a stadium or something. And he looked like the laziest security guard, just like sort of kind of looking at and inspecting people. Like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. And it was just like, okay, yeah, that seems to be the Yankee medical staff.
Mm.
But I was going to say, when you look at this team, even all these guys can DH. They can rotate guys in. They have position flexibility. If I'm Aaron Boone or if any team I've ever coached, you got guys who can play multiple positions.
Yeah.
Cabrera can go in the outfield if needed. He can go play left field. He can play right field.
Yeah, well, we said last week, the only thing he doesn't do is pitch and catch.
And I bet if you asked him to, he'd throw on the gear. Not like that joke in Boston. See more drama with Devers and, he's proclaimed since they signed Bregman, I'm the third baseman. And they want Bregman to play third base for the Red Sox. So Devers is not happy.
So where's Devers been playing?
He's been playing third base. He's been playing second base.
Devers?
Right? Am I mistaken?
Devers play second base?
I think so.
I can't see him being a second baseman. To me, he's either a third baseman, a first baseman, or he's a DH. That's it. I don't see him being I don't consider him like an agile player that's going to go out and play second base. But Bregman originally came up as a second baseman, I believe. But they want him to be the third baseman.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's...
Hey, how about
hold on. I'm reading an article that says Devers at designated hitter after refusing to give up third base. So it looks like he's just going to be hitting.
How about Devers to the Yankees?
Never going to happen.
Would you want him?
Oh, why wouldn't I want him to come and play third base?
Yep, I'd take him in a minute.
I didn't mean never going to happen. Like, I don't want a Red Sox.
No, I know they would never trade him. They're still getting over Babe Ruth.
And not for nothing, when you look at the history of baseball, the Red Sox are involved in 2 of the worst trades in baseball history. Trading away Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, yeah.
And trading away Mookie Betts.
Yes.
And funny enough, both of those moves were cost-cutting measures. They did not want to pay Babe Ruth. They wanted to finance the play, whatever.
Yeah.
And they traded Mookie Betts because they didn't want to pay him.
Yeah, well, you got to admit, I mean, once they got rid of him, his career went downhill. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I so many times I listen to stuff. There's a show I listen to, Locked On MLB, and the guy who hosts that, he often comments, whenever he has a good game, or even in the World Series, he's like, why can't the Red Sox get a guy like Mookie Betts? Because he's also a Red Sox fan. All right. Starting rotation. Let's kind of break this team down a little bit. So we got Max Fried as our number 1, Rodon number 2, Stroman as the number 3, Clark Schmidt as the 4, and we touched on it earlier. We both want to see Will Warren as that 5th starter. We got Heel on the shelf for a couple of months, and obviously no Cole in 2026. So right now, there's your starting rotation.
Yep.
And what's nice, Fried is a lefty, Rodon is a lefty. So 2 top quality left-handed starters. Whereas most teams, they're running out a lot of right-handed pitchers.
Yes. And as far as Stroman goes, my mind says if he could win 10, 11 games, that's what I expect from him. If he does that, so be it.
Again, hopefully he behaves himself this year. Again, he was a very good Yankee last year, even with being left off of the postseason roster for the whole thing. Never heard a negative peep out of him.
Never said a word about it.
We had a little drama at the beginning of spring training this year, but let's go. Let's be all business. Let's go out and do our job.
His attitude should be, I'll show you. I'm going to pitch good. I'm going to hit that 150 innings. And guess what? You're going to have me again next year.
There you go. Pay me, bitch. Let's see. Bullpen. So obviously we got the upgrade with Devin Williams. We got a couple guys on the shelf here to start the season too, in terms of the Yankee bullpen. But we got Weaver, we got Williams. Obviously that's going to be Williams is your closer. Luke Weaver will be your 8th inning guy. Just let me get the roster back up here.
Is Efroth recovered from his pulled hamstring? Whatever happened to him?
He's on the 40-man. He's on the active roster. I don't know.
But remember when the first time he came out to pitch, he threw one pitch and he pulled his hamstring. His arm is fine, but then I think he pulled his hamstring or his calf or something.
Still Googling. The only news on him is that 3 weeks ago he suffered the hamstring strain. Nothing since then.
Speaking of hamstring strains.
Yes.
When did spring training start?
Valentine's Day.
So it's been a month?
Yeah, give or take.
LeMahieu still can't get in the game?
He's like dying.
I don't understand. He's a quality guy.
He tweaked his left calf, and that was 3 weeks ago.
Tweaked? Was that the word you just said? Tweaked?
That's the headline I'm reading from MLB.com.
Tweaked a left calf, and he hasn't been able to get on the field for a month?
I don't think they want him on the field. I think this is one of those injuries where they just kind of want him to go away.
He's not going to go away.
No, they're going to pay him, but I don't think they're in any rush to put him back on the field. I don't think they have any confidence in him, but they're not going to cut him.
I don't know.
I think he's the new Jacoby Ellsbury. They're not
Stanton's the new Jacoby Ellsbury.
Well, Stanton performed.
Well, I
I think Ellsbury is still on the injured list.
I told you last week, if we sent LeMahieu and Stanton to Dr. Frankenstein, he couldn't make a body.
Here's a headline from a day ago from the Sporting News. Yankee-Oriole trade pitch would finally end DJ LeMahieu situation.
Yeah.
So you got people writing about somehow the Yankees should get him to the Orioles.
Yeah, and who do they say the Orioles should give us?
Let's see. For Ramon Urias, an infielder who could play third, second, and shortstop.
Like Peraza.
Yeah, pretty much, except this guy's 30 years old and hit .254 last season. Let LeMahieu rot on the injured list. Let Peraza be a part of this team. Let's get younger. Let's get faster. Let's end this podcast.
Did you, before we started, I saw a thing where Boone was talking about like 2 different lineups depending on if they faced a left-handed pitcher or a right-handed pitcher. Now, I just was able to look at the beginning. If the Yankees faced a right-handed pitcher, Wells would lead off, followed by Judge.
I got it right here. So you got Wells leading off, Judge, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Chisholm, Dominguez, Rice, Volpe, Cabrera.
Sounds like a good lineup. I'm not saying I like Wells leading off, but you just look at those 9 names and you're like, that's good.
Well, the second it happens on a regular basis, he becomes the first catcher in Yankee history to be the leadoff hitter.
Good. Well, have a parade for him. Go ahead. And now if they face a left-handed pitcher.
Here is your left-handed projected lineup. Goldschmidt leading off, Bellinger, Judge in the 3-hole, Jazz cleaning up, Dominguez hitting 5th, followed by Wells, Volpe, Pablo Reyes, and Oswald Peraza at 3rd.
Pablo Reyes. Well,
please don't ask me who Pablo Reyes is.
Yeah, well,
Pablo Reyes is a former Red Sox, now Yankee. He's a Dominican baseball player, plays the infield and the outfield.
So they got him playing. Wait a minute. Who's the DH in that lineup?
In that lineup, Pablo Reyes is the DH.
And that's facing the lefty.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, first of all, I find this is highly enlightening because I had no idea who Pablo Reyes is, and he's on the team. Okay.
Well, he must be on the 40-man roster because he's not on the active roster. So obviously, the Yankees haven't published their.
Since we haven't heard about him, is his number like 106?
Oh, you're asking a lot now. Hold on.
No, I don't care what his number is. I'm just saying, like, okay, you figure these guys that are coming out of left field, you got a number here, but 342. There you go.
I don't think he plays left field. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. I can't get the back of his jersey in a Yankee jersey.
That's right. Maybe we'll mistake him for the ball boy. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
He wore 19 with the Red Sox.
Oh, he can't have my number.
Well, he's not on the Yankee website yet, so I don't know what his number is.
Oh,
non-roster. Hold on, let's see. Number 19.
Oh, well. What's the day? When do they have to announce the roster?
Let's see. Let me Google that.
Is it Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yankee roster deadlines. Let's see. I don't see anything about the spring training stuff. It's all like off-season and the trade deadline. Yeah. No, it's not giving me that.
Yeah, because that's what I'm interested to see. I just want to see that final roster that they settle on.
Well, I mean, that's where we're at.
Because at this point, I'm not expecting any last-minute trade.
No, I don't think so either.
I just think the only thing is going to be do they take Warren instead of Carrasco? But they got to make that decision. I think tomorrow they got to make that decision. I think that's the only question mark at this point.
Let's see. He turned 38 today, and the Yankees could give him a birthday present of choosing to add him or risk him opting out and becoming a free agent.
Let him go.
See ya.
No, give the kid. The kid's been doing good.
Not going to disagree with you. All right. So obviously we got to see how this roster kind of plays out. What are you thinking in terms of where do you think the Yankees will stack up? How do you think they stack up here in the American League East when you think about the Blue Jays, the Orioles, the Steinbrenner Field Rays, and the Red Sox?
Other teams improved. Not having Cole is going to hurt. I think it's going to be a little bit of a dogfight. Are they necessarily going to win the East? They could. Maybe not. I think that I have faith in them. They're going to make the playoffs. I just don't know if they're going to win the American League East. They might have to go in as a wild card. And the way the playoffs are now, you don't have to win your division. You could be the wild card. It doesn't matter. If you're hot at the right time, you could win the World Series, period.
Agreed. Now, I don't understand much about gambling and Vegas and odds and numbers. But going into spring training, the Yankee over-under number was set at 94 wins.
Okay, same as last year. There you go.
Well, it got lower to 89 when Cole got injured. So, yeah. But I agree. This is going to be a tough division. Obviously, we have this is the balanced schedule. So, obviously, they play them all less. I think the Red Sox are going to be greatly improved. Really, the only team I would kind of count out is the Blue Jays. And I again, until you beat the Rays, you never know what they're going to do or who they're going to pull out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, they're playing well. But they're facing their own issues because they're not playing 81 games indoors. Everything's outside now.
Yeah. Well, at least they're playing outside in Florida. Although it rains every day at 3:00, so.
That's true. So hopefully that, who knows? And again, they're basically playing 81 games at Yankee Stadium, minus however the wind affects the ball.
Yeah, because the dimension's there. It's exactly like Yankee Stadium,
It's exactly the same.
What they say, the Yankees are like, gee, when we go there to play them, we have to go to the visitors' dugout. We're used to being in our dugout, in our clubhouse. It's not quite the visitors. They fixed everything, but the visitors' facilities are not quite what the Yankees are used to.
But I think they did make upgrades in general, so that way all teams coming into Steinbrenner Field, it's a little bit better.
And what's it? The only thing that's actually staying up is the statue of Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
Everything else was it? They got 2 days to take all the Yankee stuff down and put the Ray stuff up.
Yeah, I was listening on the way home tonight. The game is on the radio, and they were talking about that they upgraded all the lights, and they were like, Steinbrenner Field has better lights than some actual major league parks at this point.
Nothing but the best. Oh well. So in a week they will have played 1 game.
Yes, when we record this, they will hopefully no rain, and there we go. And speaking of the fan, I did hear a little Dave Sims on the radio tonight. Very vanilla. Very vanilla. Susan is Susan, but Dave Sims is quite vanilla.
Well, can Dave Sims see?
I think so.
All right, then he's 1 up on John Sterling. There it is, deep to left field. Oh, shortstop got it.
Well, I mean, we did get an upgrade in age, but dear Lord, so Sterling's 86 years old. Dave Sims is 71.
All right, so he's good for 15 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that old, but then I heard him on an interview and he was talking about playing with his grandkids. I'm like, ooh, he's older than I thought he was.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, oh, yeah, when we heard you, what was it, 30 years ago? I'm like, this guy's been around a long time.
Yes. So, I mean, we'll see. But yeah, so I'm saying very vanilla, listening for about 10 minutes as they're calling the 8th inning of a spring training game against the Detroit Tigers. where at one point Susan goes, I'm just going to make up a name. We got Jones at first base, and I can't find his first name anywhere, so we're just going to call him Mr. Jones. Okay, Susan. That's baseball.
You would think by this point, all the riffraff is gone, and most of the key players, they're the ones that are around.
Not when you travel for spring training games.
I'm surprised they're still playing sometimes 2 games a day. They do a split squad. How many guys are around? Because there were articles about this one was sent down to the minor leagues. This one was sent there.
Yeah.
Oh, how many guys did you start off with?
They start off with a bunch.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go around the league and let's make meaningless predictions. We did it last year. I don't remember what they were. We're not going to remember what these are, but let's throw it out there.
Predicted was wrong, so go ahead.
For sure. Although I think my pick made it to the World Series. They didn't win it, but they got there.
You picked the Dodgers?
Shut up. All right. American League East champion. Go.
American League East champion. All right. I'm going to go with, I'm going to come with Baltimore on a bounce back.
Baltimore on a bounce back. I believe that the American League East champions, I mean, I hope this isn't blasphemy, but I think the Orioles are going to win the American League East.
Okay. When you said blasphemy, I thought you were going to say Boston.
No, so I'm with you on Baltimore. All right, American League Central. Who's your division winner?
Central. Kansas City.
KC. I like Cleveland.
Okay.
American League West.
Bounce back Rangers.
So you're going to say Texas. I'm going to go with the Mariners.
Okay.
All right. Who is the first wild card in the American League?
Oh, Yankees.
Who is the second wild card in the American League?
Second wild card.
I also agree that the Yankees will be the first wild card.
I'm going to go with Cleveland.
You say Cleveland. I am going to say, I got to reverse it. I got to go Kansas City. All right. Before we get further into the playoffs, National League East winner.
National League East winner. I think it's going to be Philadelphia.
I'm going to go Atlanta.
Okay.
Suck it, Mets.
I don't think the Mets have the pitching.
No. Remember, they're going to trot Clay Holmes out there every 5 days.
Hey, he's going to have a dead arm. by Memorial Day.
He spent the last 3 years as a closer. He might have a dead arm by the middle of April.
Or the 5th inning.
Yeah. All right, National League Central.
Central. Oh, is that where my team is?
That's where your team is.
I got to go Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, because Francona did not come out of retirement just to get a job. You say Cincinnati. I'm going to go St. Louis.
Okay. Bounce back here for them then.
National League West.
You don't know how much I want the Dodgers to fall on their face. Not because they beat the Yankees. Don't care. Just because of the way they're handling their contracts. And all these people from Japan are coming over, that they're over, like it's like Japan East over there. It just bothers me what they're doing and what they've become. I want them to fall on their face. I want Ohtani's arm to fall off. I think Ohtani should forget about pitching and just be the damn DH. He's a great hitter.
Yeah.
He should just do that. I will hit you 50 home runs. I will steal you 50 bases. That's that. Forget about going on the mound. But we paid you all that money. Yes. Ha ha.
Gotcha.
Hey, Soto makes more than me and he doesn't pitch.
So you're saying he should say sayonara to pitching?
All right. Oh, stop it.
Podcast Padre with an anti-Japanese sentiment.
West. Yeah, I don't want to pick them.
So don't pick them.
I don't want to pick them. Who improved? Who's good out there? Who the hell is in the West Division?
You got the Dodgers, the Padres, the Giants.
Okay, I got it. San Diego. I'm picking them to win it over there.
San Diego. I'm also going to pick the Padres to win the West. All right. National League, first wild card.
I'm going to give you the first and second.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you Atlanta and the Mets.
Atlanta, New York Mets. If I'm picking the Padres to win the division, I have to have the Dodgers. I don't see the Dodgers not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I just don't want to pick them. Yeah.
So I'm going to put them in as the first wild card. And for the second wild card, I'm going to go Arizona.
Okay. So you got the Mets not even making the playoffs.
That's right. Okay.
All right. I hope Evan Roberts is listening.
There you go. Let's see. Who are your division series winners in the American League? Who's going to the ALCS? Yeah, let's go. Who's playing in the ALCS for you?
Championship Series. The Yankees will be playing. I'm going to go with the Texas Rangers.
Okay. I'm also going to pick the Yankees to get to the ALCS, and I'm going to envision them playing the Seattle Mariners.
Okay. Well, we both picked the West team.
All right. Who's going to represent the American League in the World Series?
Got to go with the Yankees. Of course, again, I want this podcast to end.
Okay. I will also pick the Yankees to go to the World Series.
And they are going to play...
Well, who's playing in the National League Championship Series?
Championship Series, I'm going to say the Padres. I won't say Cincinnati. The Padres, and I'm going to say Atlanta.
Padres, Atlanta. I'm going to go with an NL. All right, so division series for me is going to be, I'm going to go Philadelphia, and I'm going to go Arizona. All right, who is your National League champion? San Diego or Atlanta?
I'm going to say San Diego.
San Diego. And I'm going to go with the Phillies.
And just remember, World Series, Game 7. Will Warren against Michael King.
All right, so you've got a Yankee Padre World Series. I've got a Yankee Philly World Series. Who's winning the World Series? I know you want the podcast to end. And why?
Don't you want it?
That's true. Well, no, I want to change the name. All right.
No, we're not doing the chase for 29.
I got a list of different names because I got all excited last year and I thought I was going to have to change it. So I do have a list. I'll let you know what that is later. All right. Who's your American League MVP?
American League MVP. Wait.
Let's see. I have to go. I'm going to have to say Aaron Judge. All right. National League MVP. It's a 2-man race.
Soto and Ohtani?
I think so.
Well, the hell with Soto. Let Ohtani win another one.
I also think Ohtani will be the National League MVP. American League Cy Young Award. And this is the last award that I'm not going to do Rookie of the Year and Manager and all that crap.
So you want Cy Young Award winner?
Yeah.
Oh, Cy Young Award winner. Fried.
Ooh.
Earned that contract.
That's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
You could pick it.
I'm going to pick that. I like Fried winning the National League.
National League. Holmes. No. Bum. You know, maybe the other guy they got from Japan. Was it Sasaki? What's his name?
Dodger pitchers. Roki Sasaki?
Yeah, the one that they just signed, yeah.
Okay. You're going to go Sasaki. And I'm going to go with future Yankee, Paul Skeens.
Okay.
All right. If you're listening, go ahead. Refer back to these predictions in November. We'll see how it shakes out. I don't even know how we did last year, other than the Yankees getting to the World Series. Although, no, you had Cincinnati going to the World Series, you fool. All right. To repeat.
Yankees would have won.
That's true. No, didn't the Reds sweep them earlier in the season?
That's true. That was win number 95, 96, and 97.
Yeah.
That's right. Right around the All-Star break when everybody at Colorado came in. So forget the games Holmes blew. Those are the games, that one period. They should have won 120 games.
I'm telling you. All right. Our Yankee trivia question, I put it up at the top of the episode, so here it is again. We'll answer it next week. 23 years ago, the Yes Network premiered, and the Yankees hosted this team in a spring training game in Tampa. Name the team that they played on the first Yes broadcast. All right. You got opinions? What are your thoughts on the upcoming 2025 season? If you're going to make predictions, you better get them in now, because if you send them in later, I'm not going to believe you. So you could email us, feedback@chasefor28.com. You can connect with us on Twitter @chasefor28pod. We're also on Instagram @chasefor28pod. Send us a voicemail @chasefor28.com/voicemail. Before we say goodbye, we did get an email, and it was not signed, but the person who sent us an email, Dad, was, quote, Giancarlo Stanton to the Angels for Anthony Rendon. Let's trade one player who doesn't play for another player who doesn't play.
Who doesn't play?
So thank you for the email. Next time, put your name on it. So we do get emails. That's nice. We do read them on the air. You're welcome. And before we say goodbye, SeatGeek. Use our promo code CHASE428 at checkout if you want to get Yankee tickets. There are opening day tickets available. I got an email about that. You could use SeatGeek for that. Concerts. The NBA playoffs are coming. NHL playoffs. Go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek and use the promo code CHASE428 at checkout, and you'll get $20 off your first purchase. Any final thoughts before we say goodbye?
Go St. John's.
There you go. We'll know a whole lot before next week. So yes, go St. John's. And in one of my brackets, I did pick McNeese.
All right.
All right. I'm Chris. He's the Podcast Padre. Say goodbye, Pop.
Goodbye, Pop.